So this might sound odd, but this is my one of the days off out from work, like second day of vacation, and my wife and I were just hanging out at this house on the lake during some downtime when there wasn't much to do. I made the mistake of watching just a whole bunch of stories about ghosts and stuff like that on Netflix. And I couldn't help but noticing like a couple of things that helped me create like a small theory. And I have no scientific proof of this or anything like that. But on all these stories, like a bunch of them, I started noticing some common things. Now, this is from the perspective that all these are real and they really happened. I'll just use one as an example. A lot of these people, when they were children, had to deal with these things, and they would. They said it always starts out small, where the bedroom closet doors keep opening and stuff like that, and eventually it becomes more aggressive. Something happens, it goes away for a little bit, and then it comes back with a vengeance. But the point is, there's like a relationship that's always established in some weird way. So off of all that kind of stuff, and I started thinking, I was like, well, if you're a child and you can't move and all that, or you just now started experiencing one, hopefully this will help, but I have no evidence that this will help. I think personally, if all these are true, that it was the eye contact that really rose in problems and danger, because it seems like until that they gave in to all these fears and looked what was trying to find the source of what was causing it, and they made eye contact, everything got worse, or in some cases it left the house and all that kind of stuff. If I wanted to put this in a logical, illogical way, if that makes sense, I think that there's a reason if these spectral spirits, or whatever you want to call them, are doing the things they do. I mean, think about it. You're luring a food source, and let's say for sake of argument that fear and anxiety and all those kind of stuffs somehow give you nutrients since you're a ghost or whatever, because that's the only reason I can think of the things doing this. You're going to try to target someone that probably uses energy. You're going to start off small to test the waters and see if this is a valid food source. And the key is to get them to look at your eyes once you've established the thing, and then it gives them a chance to imprint on you. Again, I have no scientific evidence of this or anything like that, but that's just what I would suspect is the biggest problem here. And once that's established, then everything just goes off the handles. Well, to avoid that, once you start hearing the noise and you start saying like, I don't want to look, these noises won't stop, and you can't leave the house or whatever, my opinion would be do a lot of exercise during the day and make yourself exhausted by the time you come home, and then take NyQuil. And maybe after so many times of doing this where you're not alert enough or awake enough to care about these random noises and all that kind of stuff, it'll move on, because it's wasting its nutrients and food source trying to target a untargetable prey, in essence. I mean, think about it. If, like, the bully complex, old theory where, like, if you don't react, they'll leave you alone. Well, I think it actually applies to this. I mean, they're not bullies or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm sympathizing with them, but what I am saying is, if you want to put it in logical, illogical terms, they're just trying to survive in whatever state of being they are or whatever. So, I mean, if they feel off emotions and all that, they can't tell a joke because, you laughing and all that, that joke's not going to work again. It'll be a really, like, non-serious relationship. But if they're able to scare you and you're able to keep reacting poorly to all their jest and actions, then they're not going to stop. There's no reason to stop, because it's a for sure feeding frenzy. And that's just my opinion, and I hope this helps someone, but that's just a theory I have, and I don't think it can be proven or anything like that. But what I'm falling back on here is, can you find one person that was born blind that's had a haunting issue? I mean, the only examples I could find are people who are recently blind but could see some of their life. My point is, once you're able to make yourself a non-viable, then I think that's the key right there. And I mean, what would you do if you're in their position? Plus, it might motivate you to get, a better routine. If you start eating better and exercising a whole lot, because you're like, the motivation, like, I can't be awake when I go home tonight because I'll see the, whatever's trying to haunt me or take my soul or whatever. And I mean, that'd be one heck of a motivation. And people are like, why are you so fit? And they'd be like, well, there's something trying to kill you, you'd be fit too. But I think sleep either induced or, through fatigue, and not giving the effort's reward is the best ploy. Not making eye contact. Once you make eye contact, I feel like that's like in video games, whenever you find your familiar and there's an imprinting done, like on a stupid vampire movie when he sees that baby or whatever. Well, I feel like that's what happens whenever the more you look into their eyes, the more possibilities there are of a relationship, because that's what you're building essentially, in my opinion, or what these people are telling me. They're reacting, and the other ones are giving stuff to react to. So you've established the dominant and the non-dominant right there. And I mean, if they're the dominant in the situation, there's no telling what's going to happen, in my opinion. So hope this helps.